I'm here to introduce Greg Grody. He's the director of the House of God's Grace, commonly known as the Hog House. And it is a recovery house for men here in Kentucky. He currently has how many?
6 guys.
6 guys here, working through their recovery. It's an absolutely fabulous house with lots of amenities for these guys, but also strictly run. He advised me that he's got curfews for them. He's got a Ring doorbell to make sure they make the curfews. So there are rules and regulations that are applicable. But in the meantime, I'm going to ask Greg, how are you guys doing?
We're doing well. I've actually got started with this. I had retired, and I had been in a recovery program for quite a bit years, and it was when my son went through recovery about 13 years ago at Prospect House, and I saw the conditions, and he was in and out of a lot of different places, so I got to see just what the conditions were on a lot of those places, and I knew that when I retired I wanted to try and do something and give back, and that's really the brainchild of the House of God's Grace, is that I wanted to really have a place, and I tried to make it a clean place where we can give the guys a lot of dignity, do our best to get them their own bedrooms and their own privacy and things like that, and have a little bit more things than what I think some of the other places do. I'm also not interested in a big place. I'm not interested in big numbers or anything like that, but I do want to make a difference in a few lives. And so that's really what this house is about. It's a little bit smaller of a house, a little bit more intimate, a little bit more easy to manage, kind of thing. So that's kind of how it got started. And so it's been going very well. It's taken off. We've had a lot of different guys come through. We've had a few successes, and it's not always been successful, but the house has provided a good, clean environment, given the guys a lot of dignity. We're always on them about what they're doing inside of AA, and making sure that all their meetings and things like that are put together. But I've always really wanted to make a place that I wouldn't mind staying in myself, and really that's kind of the background of when it started.
You've certainly done that. You were the recipient of the 2019 Serenity Jam. Tell us how you've used that money, how it's helped people.
Right. Well, the first thing when I was approached about Serenity Jam was I originally thought that the money was coming into the house, and I wasn't real keen on getting outside money in there because we're pretty much self-sufficient. But when I heard that the money wasn't actually used for the house, but it was used for the residents of the house, then that really piqued my interest. Because as you know, when people are coming in recovery, they're coming from jails, penitentiaries, detox centers, other halfway houses or treatment centers, and they really don't have anything. They come in, their job history is very spotty at best, and they don't have any credit. They owe a lot of bills. They don't have automobiles and those kind of things. And so what happened with our Serenity Jam Fund is that we immediately created a savings account in our house so that the individuals could use it for, I know one guy got tires on his car and he couldn't afford the tires, but he was able to get his tires on his car to be able to get to work and use it for work, and he paid over time. We had helped another guy actually get a car, and we actually have another guy that's using the funds that also got an automobile so that he could go back and forth to work. We've helped guys with tattoo removal. We've helped guys with dental work that they've needed so that they can become more presentable when they're looking for opportunities and looking for jobs. So it's really been a great fund. Of course, when the money goes out, they're under an obligation to pay that money back so that we can keep the fund going for those that want to use it. So I was very interested in order to have another tool in our toolbox to help the guys out in the house. And it's been very, very successful. We've been very, very thankful and grateful that we were the recipient of the Serenity Jam Award through the community program of recovery. So,
Well, we're pleased to help, and you know, our mission is being played out beautifully through you,
yeah,
and we thank you so much.
yeah.
You know, I know your guys will be there to help us for the Serenity Jam on October 2nd, because that's what this is all about, is, you know, making the community of people in recovery and helping. You know, we give to them and they always come and give back to us.